It can all change in an instant. When my brother-in-law John moved from Little Rock, Arkansas to Dallas, Texas with his wife and 4 children a few years ago, my family was thrilled. It allowed us all, my family of 5, his family of 6, and my mother-in-law Gigi to see each other a lot. Our favorite tradition was Easter Sunday at Gigi's house. She cooked, and the children played football outside together. And Gigi and my beloved wife, Rocky, were able to dote on John. John and Rocky are technically half brother and sister, but if you ever mention that, they would both kick your ass. To say that Rocky, her sister Janelle, and Gigi were crazy in love with John would be an understatement. They were fiercely protective of him and worshiped the ground that he walked on. You see, life was always a little bit difficult for John. His birth father never made an impact in his life, and his adopted father was worthless. Gigi's first husband, the father of John and his sister Janelle, was non-existent. After John was born, he was gone. When Gigi remarried, she and her new husband had Rocky. Rocky's dad left the family when she was 11, and no one heard from him for 3 full years. After that divorce, Gigi remarried again to a real winner, who basically showed them the world of drinking, laziness, and negativity. My wife got away from it all at 16 when she moved in with her best friend to finish high school with some structure, but the impact of an absent father left John without a roadmap. John did the best he could without any guidance. High school was a challenge, he never considered college, and he went into the workforce underskilled. But through it all, his mother's husbands, the lack of father figures, and any authority figures leaving their family, John was always there for the women in his life. Rocky, Janelle, and Gigi considered that enough to earn 110% of their love, and they made sure John knew it every chance they could. In their eyes, he could do no wrong. And once again, if my wife, her sister, or her mom heard you criticize John, they would drop gloves and fight you on the spot. See, John's financial situation was like chicken and feathers. At times he was eating chicken. At other times he was eating feathers. It was always an up and down situation, fueled by household moves, job changes, and the idea that the next job would be the home run. On Easter Sunday in 2014, when John and his family came to the door at Gigi's, we all jumped up and shared hugs. The kids ran outside and it had all the makings of another great Easter at Gigi's house. But when I got to John, he looked exhausted. His skin was pale and without question he had dropped weight. I hugged him and said, "Wow, John, you've lost some weight." "Maybe 5 pounds," said John. More like 20 to 25 pounds, I thought. When dinner was served, I noticed that John hardly touched his plate. Gigi always made a ton of food because of how much John and I would gulp down. But today he hardly ate a bite. It was odd, but we didn't comment much on it. After dinner, John and I hit the couch to watch the game. Within minutes, John was asleep. I sat by his side, watching the game quietly. Around 15 minutes later, John awoke suddenly, almost in a panic. His eyes shot wide open as he grabbed my arm and leaned over to me. He said in a whisper, "I haven't felt worth a shit in months. I'm going to the doctor in the morning to get it checked out." That should have been that. My brother-in-law, beloved by so many, especially his wife and 4 children, and considered superhuman by my wife, his sister, and his mother, should have simply gone to the doctor on Monday, gotten a shot, and gone back to work on Tuesday. But John wasn't okay. The doctor he saw on Monday sent him straight to the emergency room. At age 46, and as we were soon to find out, with no health insurance, no life insurance, and less than $100 in the bank, our beloved John was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Our lives, none of them, would ever be the same again.